All right, I am here with Jose Valencia today. He is an HVAC graduate from our Vancouver campus. Hello, Jose, and welcome.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, just to get things kicked off and started, I always like to ask, our students and our graduates, what ultimately, you know, caused you or decided for you to enroll into the HVAC program at Charter College?
Just looking for a new career, a change of scenery. I've been working in the production field for a while, and just I know a few guys that are in the field, and they love it, and so I just figured I'd take a shot and give it a chance, and so far so good.
And since graduating, you've been working in the HVAC industry, and you've been doing that what for about 3-4 months now? Is that about correct?
Yes, since December 13th.
Oh, fantastic! And how are you liking it so far?
I love it. It's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So are you doing service tech or are you doing installation?
It's a little of both. So it's installation and then follow up with service tech. If we get the calls to come in, we'll take a look at things that we've installed, helped installed. So it's touch and base with a little bit of everything. So it's hands on, but it's great.
I think those that go into the HVAC industry are those that enjoy working with their hands. Would you say that's probably accurate?
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of hands on.
For you, what would you say, going through the program at Charter College at the Vancouver campus, what do you think is something that really that stands out to you in terms of a memorable project that you did or an event or just, something that reminds you of Charter College?
We did our own blueprints, and so we had to pair up, and our instructor, it was kind of giving us pointers on things to do, what not to do, and just kind of the camaraderie of everybody helping each other out. That was a great event. We also had a potluck, and so we all brought in our own dish and stuff like that. And you have different types of foods coming in, and we're all together, and that was a pretty good memory too. Also, in part of Charter College.
I think food definitely brings people together,
Oh
right? And just you
yeah, yeah,
can't
for
say
sure.
you can't say no to food.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Also, there was when we did our 608 EPA test, we had to study a lot for it because it's a big test. But just the way that our my classmates, my instructor, we all got together. We took time to study and help each other out. We went out of our time outside of our schedule to come in and actually take time to study and quiz each other. That was something that I won't forget.
Yeah, and from what I hear that there at the Vancouver campus that they do a lot of the open lab times as well.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We have the skill center, and so we'll go in, watch a video or two, and then after that we'll hit the shop and get hands on. It's great.
Do you feel that the instructors and the program, overall prepared you for the real world, experiencing and for the field in it?
Oh, definitely. My instructor Jim, he's been in the service for many years, and from being out in the field to being in the classroom, I felt helped him too to prepare us. He'd give us customer service tips, he'd give us professional tips for the field with customer service, how to conduct ourselves, in a professional manner, and just do the best that we can. Yeah,
And
I
I
felt.
understand, yeah, and I understand um, that Jim, your instructor, the lead instructor there in Vancouver, won the faculty spotlight one mod as well. So I understand he's a,
Yeah,
he's a pretty strong instructor.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's great.
With that being said, overall, how do you feel is the culture of the Vancouver campus?
Very friendly, helpful. It's almost like a family feeling. Um, Everybody's just been very helpful. The staff, from the student success classes to being in the HVAC class, it's just all around. The whole overall experience was great. There was a lot of help, hands-on, a lot of ways to get in contact with our instructors if we need anything after class, during the weekend. And they're really good about getting in touch with you on the weekends.
That's so good to hear. I think um, I've heard so many times where in other areas that it's hard to even get in contact with employers, let alone your teachers or your instructors. And I know being a mom, there was times where trying to get a hold of my own children's teacher was difficult. So
Oh
that's
yeah,
that's so wonderful to know.
yeah. I understand it. Yeah.
So when you were going to school, were you also working as well? You were saying that you had worked in production, for several years and what have you. Were you also
Yes.
working while you were attending school?
I was, yes. I was working nights on the weekends, Friday through Sunday, and then every other Thursday through Sunday, 12-hour shifts. So it was a
Okay.
full-time weekend job, but it fit in the schedule great. I was able to get rest on Monday, not having class that Monday, and being able to get back in the feeling of, the day shift and go back to class and get some homework in. Yeah, I worked, but I was real motivated to go to school to learn the program, to start a new career. So I was willing, to sacrifice and do what I needed to do.
Yeah. And the program's 40 weeks long. So, 10 months, 40 weeks, however we want to look at it. But just making that sacrifice, I think, if you put that, like you said, being motivated, and work with that schedule with whether it be, those that work at night and then they go to class in the day, or they work in the day and they go to class at night. Um, Definitely looks like it would be manageable then.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was great. I didn't do the night class. I knew a few guys that were doing it, and it was like super helpful for them to have
Yeah.
that option.
Right, right. Just the varying different shifts of what works best for each person, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. So I didn't know this. You're also pursuing your associate's degree, is that correct?
I just completed it.
Yeah, I looked at that and I was like, wait, oh my gosh, like he just finished his associate's degree as well. I did not know this. So congratulations.
Thank you. This past Sunday was my last deadline
Yeah,
to my
that's
assignment.
awesome.
Yeah, I guess I got hooked on the schooling for a little bit, so I just
Yeah.
continued. Jim, he actually he picked me, for a little like a leadership scholarship where they get to pick a student that wants to pursue and move on, and he he knew I wanted to pursue it, and he was like, hey, you did great here. I know you'll do great there, and this will probably help you out. And I was like, okay, like that gave me more of a reason to pursue it. It gave me a lot more motivation and hope, and it was great.
Yeah. So I know that with the HVAC program, it is blended where you know what it is, but a lot of people don't. So where you are doing your hands-on component with the lab, on campus, but then doing like your studies and your exams and what have you online. But with the associate's degree, that is a strictly online program. So what did you think about the difference of the two?
It was different, you know. It's a lot different from being in a classroom and being, taught and asking questions, a live instructor, opposed to reading a lot of literature, videos, YouTube. You know, it gives you a challenge. It drives you to research, to look up, some help, some options. But yeah, it was different, but it was great because, like I said, it challenged me to do a little bit more.
Yeah. And I think too, like for those that want to challenge or that are motivated, as long as you balance that time management,
Oh
because it can
yeah.
get away from you when you're doing an online program, but it's definitely doable because
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
look at you, you're proof, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's certainly a time management. Um, you got to have a plan. You got to make some time. If you do work like I did during the week, you got to at least a couple hours, in the evening. Sometimes you're tired, but you gotta do it. You have to. I would drive an hour to work and then two back, and then I would still try to, read, watching videos. When I'm stuck in traffic, I would watch my videos from my class and kind of get an idea, or read my discussion question topics, and kind of just let that, process a little bit and think of, what I could do.
Yeah, what's your response going to be when you're
Yeah,
able to get to a computer and write it?
yeah, 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 definitely.
Absolutely. So tell me this. I mean, it sounds like you're a very motivated individual. So now that you've accomplished both your certificate and associate's degree, what's your next goal?
um, I I want to spend some time with my family, my spouse. We have a 3-year old. I've, a 12-year-old stepdaughter, and a lot of computer time, away from family. I was there, but I wasn't there, if it makes
Right,
sense.
right.
Spend some time with them, get some experience in the HVAC field, touch base and kind of get a feel for which way I kind of want to lean more towards. I I kind of like looking at the blueprints and reading them and stuff like that. And I kind of want to learn a little bit more about that. So that might be a goal of mine, to get into the blueprints and maybe help out with that. And we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. And you have a little one that's 3. Like I can only imagine that little one running around like, Dad,
Uh,
Dad, like pay attention to me.
yeah, oh yeah. I had headphones in majority of the time at the table, and I had to, any way you could to just try to get that focus in, but like you said, time management, you have to balance it out, and he knew I was on the computer. He knew I was trying to get something done, but at the same time, it's hard, I get up, run around with him for a little bit, come back,
Yeah. That's kind of your timeout for a minute. Stretch your legs, run around with the little one. Okay, back to it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Give my brain a little rest and then get back.
Yeah. Well, I love the fact that you're, committing to spending some family time, given that, you just did 10 months of a program, and then you did additional, another, five additional, months to get that associate's degree. So, that's fantastic. With all of that being said, and your dedication and motivation, there's also the support system, right? So
For
is
sure.
there anyone that you would want to give a shout out to in terms of whether it's the campus, the faculty, staff, or family members that were just extremely supportive and helpful to you?
Yeah, my HVAC instructor, Jim, he was fantastic. Um, any question I had, if he didn't have the answer, he'd figure it out for me. He helped me out so much, and it was fantastic. My family, my spouse, she supported me the whole way. She helped me out, from work, my clothes be ready, my lunch, my son, just my family, my mom, my brother in Yakima, just, the motivation, they motivated me to do great, to be great, to make them all proud, and just do something great.
Yeah. So did you attend the graduation ceremony for your HVAC program or not yet?
Not yet, not yet.
Okay.
I'm still waiting on an invitation, so we'll see how that
Okay.
goes.
Yeah,
I'm
so there'll be
excited.
this, yeah, there'll be this fall. So you'll be kind of going across the stage twice because you'll be going across for your certificate and your associates. You're gonna be going around twice.
That's nice. I mean, that's great. I
Yeah.
uh Dominique, she's my girlfriend. She put my certificate. I was gonna buy a frame when I got it from HVAC, and she wanted to do that for me. And one day I was at the computer doing my homework for my associates, and I was, looking around trying to think and uh, think of ideas, and I seen it. It was in a frame on the wall, and I was like, "Oh man, it was nice." I was like, "Okay," and just seeing that there helped me also for my associates. It's
Yeah.
like you're gonna get another one of those, and it helped me out. It helped me to focus, to be dedicated, and to keep moving forward. There was times where I was exhausted. I was tired. Some days, we wouldn't get off till 5. I'd get home like at 7, and there was a lot of those days, and you just sometimes have to just push, a little bit.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like spouse was very supportive, and she did a wonderful job by getting that
Yeah,
frame for you and um pushing you even more, right? By looking up and seeing that
yeah,
motivational kind of sign that says, "Hey,
yeah,
you can do this."
for sure. Yeah, for sure. It helped me out so much.
That is just amazing. So let me ask you this. So what advice would you give to a new student just program?
Uh, just hang in there. At first it'll seem like a lot. The first class or two, a lot of it might just fly over you, Um, but as the weeks go on and the mods go on, you get adjusted, you get in a routine, and you just start to pick things up, and just focus and keep pushing, just don't give up. It'll be worth it. I promise.
Well, everyone heard it. You promised, so
Yeah.
they're gonna come at you.
Yeah, for sure.
We often talk about like the programs and how you came to charter college. I think one of the things that people don't know about is that charter college has a career service team that
Yes.
assists or guides graduates or nearing students that are completing their program to assist with obtaining employment. Did you find that beneficial or helpful for you?
Yeah. They were very helpful. Uh, a couple months before graduating, they were already reaching out and asking if this was something I was interested in. They'd give you a chance to kind of look up the company and see if that's kind of where you want to head. Or they could set up an interview just to go talk and see if that's where you feel you want to be. Yeah, it was very helpful. Yeah, they sent more than one company, more than one interview, and so you kind of get to choose, which way you want to go, and it was great. They did. It was fantastic. I didn't even know like they were gonna just start sending me emails and this place, that place. I was like, all right. Yeah, no, it was very helpful for me.
Yeah, I think oftentimes people, even students, don't even realize that there's a career service,
Hmm.
department that assists and helps students. And so,
Yeah.
I think it's nice that for people to fully understand that as well.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely.
So now that you're working in the industry and where you're currently working, are you enjoying, like, are you getting kind of the feel for it? Are you enjoying it? I know that you clearly have, a commute ahead of you and behind you when you get off, but aside from the commute, are you
Yeah.
enjoying the industry? Are you enjoying what you're doing, day in, day out?
Oh yeah, definitely. I enjoy it. The mornings are easy to get up and get ready to go because I know what I have coming, what I'm looking forward to. Um, just the eager to learn. It's a new career, so I'm not used to being the new guy and unexperienced, but it's great because you're always learning something, and there's so much. from both sides, from installing to technician work. There's a lot, so there's always something new, and yeah, I love it. It's great.
And are you doing more of residential or commercial?
Commercial.
Okay.
So there's a lot of big buildings, yeah, it's a lot of big stuff.
So it's keeping you busy then.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of stairs, so it's keeping me in shape a little bit, you know.
There you go. You
Ladders.
don't need a gym membership anymore,
Yeah,
Jose. You just go to
that
work.
yeah, just give me that ladder, I'll be fine.
My significant other is a painter, and he's up and down ladders every day, and so he's pretty fit.
Yeah, it'll do that. 5 days a
Yeah.
week, it'll do it to you.
Well, Jose, is there anything else that you would like to share with me or anyone else watching this today about Charter College or about the HVAC industry?
Yeah, I want to thank Charter just for the opportunity, for letting me come and learn and change my life, my family's life. I'm very grateful, and I appreciate the opportunity to have, been here, to learn, to spend my time here, and just, you know, benefit my future, and I'm grateful for that. My family, I'm grateful for them, for all the support. It's been great, it's been an experience I'll never forget, and it's been working out great so far.
Wonderful. Well, I'm so excited to see, what the future has in store for you. You definitely have been very motivated and determined, and passionate about
Yeah,
pursuing your education and kind of changing your life for the better.
for sure.
Yeah, and I look forward to seeing you walk this stage twice at
Yeah.
graduation this fall.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, definitely are gonna have to send out mass invites, to your family and friends so that they
Yeah.
can be there to applaud you. I'm certain that they're all very proud of you.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. That was a lot of the motivation too, was just thinking of that day.
Yeah, and it's gonna be here before you know it. So be prepared, be ready.
Thank you.
Well, Jose, it's been a pleasure meeting with you today. I thank you so much for your time and your energy and sharing kind of your story with everyone. And again, I look forward to seeing what the future has for you.
Awesome. Thank you for having me. I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.